Oh yeah, yeah. I was about to find try to find a safe spot and get the freak off for a little bit and take a break.
The game plan.
Legend of Dragoon.
I just got finished cleaning up everything. I got my sound system installed too.
Nice.
So my
Sound
paintings
system
are
for
my car. I
oh your
mean,
car.
it just makes it louder and makes it louder and what do you call it? And have better bass.
Yeah.
What's been going on though?
Nothing much. God, I'm
I
tired now.
I can't fucking be on the line like that anyway. That long because I have to wake up for the airport.
What's the airport for?
I'm going to Florida.
Oh, just what was it you said you were coming down there for again?
Oh yeah, check the apartment.
Okay.
Normally I would go around this time anyway, but this time I'm checking the apartment, my actual apartment.
Yeah. Man, the
What?
more I play this, like the further I get into this game, man, the more I feel like I don't remember a lot of shit about this game. Past like the first half of the first disc, and maybe like parts of the second and third disc. I haven't been to the fourth disc yet.
How long ago was it?
But I played it
Mm-hmm.
or played through it. I don't know, man. The last time I like played through this game, yo, you know what? To be honest with you, man, the last time I played through this game, man, was on. I think it was on the PS. It was either the PS1 or the PS2, and I could not get past this one part in the game because my disc was scratched, and I just couldn't get past it. And I still have the save data and everything, man. It's still on my memory card. I have it right in the drawer, right over there. And I played it again like maybe like a year ago, and I was in, dude, like I shit you not, in the same exact spot that I was in like 15 years ago.
Damn.
In that same save spot, man, I was stuck in that same spot that I could not get past. Oh, by the way, you might be wondering why, like, how is that possible? Well, I bought I bought another pair of discs, like I don't know, maybe like a year or two ago.
Are you
And
emulating?
no, it's the real game. It's the real disc. I bought all of them. I went to like a retro game store or some shit. No, actually, I think I bought it offline. Yeah, I bought it offline. That's what it
What
was.
I'm saying is that you playing the PS5 version though, right?
Yeah, right now I am. Yeah. Yeah, I bought all the discs again, man, like a couple years ago, and I went and I played it on my PS2. Um, and I like legit, man, in the same exact spot that I was stuck because I couldn't get past the disc.
Yeah, but like, oh, you mean it's broken, or you just this like you don't know what you're doing in that area?
No, 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 no. Like 15 years ago, that was the last time I actually played through the game, right? And I was on the fourth disc, and I couldn't get. I got to the certain part of the game on the fourth disc, like a boss or something, but I couldn't get past it because the disc was messed up.
I
Like every
know
time
you're
I,
saying that you're stuck now again, but how is that possible? The disc is broken, or
no,
the one that you purchased?
no, the disc is fine. The new one is. I mean, like I said, I started playing it again like a year ago, and and like I said, I was in the same exact spot on the memory card that I was back then. I got past the part and everything. Like it worked fine, but like I said, I was still in that same exact spot where I saved the game the last time I played it, like over a decade ago.
So you're saying that it's a tough
But
area that you had a tough time beating.
no, no, I didn't have that hard of a time like actually
Why
killing the
why can't
boss.
you why can't you progress now? Is what I'm saying. If you have a new disc.
No, I can progress. I'm saying I already beat it. Like at this point, I had already killed the boss and everything. The only reason I couldn't get past it was because the disc was messed up.
Yeah, but
And
you
when
said you got stuck again though. That's what I'm
no, I
saying.
didn't get stuck. No, I didn't get stuck.
Oh, so why did you bring up that you got stuck 15 years ago? What's the relevance?
I'm saying that 15 years ago, I had the same memory card. I used it, but I couldn't get past that part in the game. That's why I stopped playing it.
I know, but now you can. You're saying you can't get past. Are you just saying that back then the reason why you couldn't beat the game because it was broken, and now you passed it?
Well, okay, so let me back up a little bit because I don't understand why it's so confusing. But
You mentioned
I
that you
that's
you
okay.
guys.
I'll explain it. I'll explain it in better detail. When I last played the game was a long time ago. I had the same memory. I killed the boss back then. Whatever, no problem.
Memory
It
card or
wasn't really
memory?
memory card, like the actual
Okay.
memory card that you put in the PS1 and PS2.
All
It
right.
was
So
actually a PS1 memory card. Yeah,
yeah.
because you know the PS2 was backwards compatible, so you could use a PS1 memory card on the PS2. So I had my PS1 memory card that I used a long time ago, and I got stuck on this one part where I killed the boss and everything, but it's like after I killed the boss, the game would freeze and I couldn't get past that part because the disc was messed up. So I stopped playing it. That was the last time I played the game. I haven't touched Legend of Dragoon since, right? And like I said, about 2 years ago, I I purchased a new set of discs, right? The physical version. And I hooked up my PS2 on my TV over here, and I played it. I used the same memory card that I had back then, so I was still in that same spot. So the last part that I saved on was like right before I killed that boss. So I fought the boss again and all that stuff, right? Killed him, and then I got past that part where the disc kept freezing on me. You know what I'm saying? And
So
that was the last time I.
you basically continue where you left off, essentially.
Yeah, yeah. It just continued where I was last playing it 15 years for like 15 so years ago, like with the new discs. But I didn't finish the game. Like I didn't finish that playthrough. I just I was just testing the game out or whatever because I hadn't played it in so long.
That's what I was trying to
Um,
wonder. I was wondering, like, I was like, what's the relevance of the disc breaking? Because you was like, I couldn't get past it, and I'm like, all right, you see, you got a new one, right? And you're like, yeah, I got a new one. I'm like, but you couldn't get past it. What? Why are you mentioning that? If you got past
I'm
it,
just saying. Yeah, I was just saying that
when you
the
stopped
last time I
playing,
played it,
you stopped playing because it was broken,
the disc
basically.
was messed up. Yeah, and then I just literally picked up right where I left off like some years ago. I haven't, like I said, I haven't played it until right now, since they put the emulated version on the PS5. But I still
Certain
have all the
games,
same memory and everything.
certain games you can pick up and play, and certain other games like Returnal, I can't pick that shit up and play that again. Like I have to be really in the thick of that bitch.
What makes you think you can't pick it up and play it?
I tried it. I had a whole what the fuck moment. I was like, what is happening?
Damn. Yeah, that's interesting.
There's a
Yeah,
ebb and flow to the game, so it's like some fighting games I can pick up and play.
I wonder why though, because it's not like the game is challenging, but after you learn it, it's not like it's the most difficult game ever. You know, so it's almost like you can.
It's motor skills.
Hmm.
Like it's weird because when I played it again, I realized I didn't realize how much visual information was happening.
Yeah.
And it was like overwhelming. It was like fucking spikes and sparks everywhere. I was like, what in the world? When you get used to it, you start seeing a pattern. And you just jump into it there, you can't see the pattern.
Yeah. You have to like work back up to being able to detect it.
Be able to fucking withstand it.
Yeah.
Now, Ken,
Fuck, man.
why are you clapping like a seal for this fucking Final Fantasy 16 crawling through fucking spaces? Would you deliberately said that you didn't like that in God of War?
When did I say I was clapping for a seal? Or when did I say I was what?
I said, why were you clapping like a seal about Final Fantasy? With him shimmying through a crack.
When was I clapping like a seal?
He was like, I can't wait for this game. He slipped this little crack.
I never said that.
Oh wow, it's a thunderstorm. The hell?
Oh, she's dead. Oh, she's not dead, surprisingly.
You the one posted the video. Look at him, he's slipping through cracks.
No crack. Yeah, say nothing of a crack. Something through a crack or whatever.
He was like, this game is so good. That level was so ugly.
I don't know what the you talking about.
A dude saw that, said he was like, I
don't know why everybody's losing their mind about that anyway.
Well, because they were they were shitting on God of War. They were like, look, you keep crawling through spaces. Which is last gen. They hide in loading screens, and then they see that with Final Fantasy 16. It's so good. As long as it's not egregious, like Ghost of Tsushima clearly didn't need it because the game could load extremely fast, and they did it for cinematic like flair for that area. You know what I mean? As it was supposed to be, it was intended to give you that claustrophobic feeling. But God of War was clearly trying to load something.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just when it starts feeling intrusive is when I kind of have a problem with it. You know, I never really had that much of an issue with moments like that kind of break the game up a little bit. Only when it's overrun. You know what I mean? I think God of War definitely overdid it just a little too much. You know,
I was like, homie, I was like, they need to fix this. Absolutely not.
Yeah. But that little clip they showed with Clive, whatever, flying through the crack or whatever, that wasn't. I'm come on, man. You know.
I mean, it looks dense and detailed, but I was like, but why would they choose that for promotional? Like, for what?
I didn't even focus on that the part where he slid through the wall. I was looking at anything else.
They were saying that with Ghost of Tsushima back then. They was like, look, he's slipping. Look, so open world tropes. And then you find out, and then you find out that, like, I'm talking about for Ghost of Tsushima, and then you find out that the game only had that like 4 times, maybe 2 to 4 times the whole game. That shit stopped quick, yo. When they showed that shit, they were like, never mind. It's a Ubisoft game. It's like, why?
Bro, somebody unfollowed me earlier today because of some shit like that.
What do you mean?
I was gonna tell you about that. Oh man.
Unfollow you for what?
Well,
Is he an Xbox or is he a play pony?
I don't know. I don't know. He probably just considers himself like a gamer. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know, to be honest with you. But he seems to favor PlayStation. But it's hard for me to tell because I don't know. I never see him post any gameplay or anything like that. I rarely see his tweets. You know, or I rarely saw his tweets. But anyway, man, I had made that post about Horizon and God of War and Miles Morales looking better than Hellblade or whatever, right? And he commented on it, and he was like, "Hey, man, the two games, God of War and Horizon, like they're pretty games, right? But he was like, they're some of the most mediocre games that I've ever played."
Oh, really? But
And,
where's the gameplay though?
That's what he said. Right? That was
No, I know. I'm just, I want to answer for you. Where's the gameplay?
And I told him, what did I tell him? I forgot what I said. Oh, I said I would hate to know what your idea of a good game is then, right? And then he posted an image of, they weren't bad games, you know what I'm saying? He posted a couple images of Doom, 2016, Left 4 Dead, you know, for the Xbox 360, and then the other two were Halo Reach and I think it was Gears of War.
Oh, so
2?
all of the Xbox games, basically, at this point.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean? So, he posted all of those images, right? And then I basically responded. I'm like, well, it seemed like you like shooting games. You know what I mean? That's probably why you didn't like God of War and Horizon, you know? And I told him, like I told you before, I'm like, I'm not a fan of Doom. You know what I mean? Not really.
Doom's a great game. It's a great game.
Yeah.
Problem is like it sounds like he's capping for Microsoft. You know what I mean? Since Microsoft now owns Bethesda, I ain't stupid. I see with my Sharingan. He ain't slick.
That's what my assumption would be. But like I said, it's hard to tell because I never see him talk about. You know what I mean? So, but. Because he had a profile picture of Spider-Man and all this stuff, you know. Like I don't know, his was just confusing. But anyway, he posted that, and I was like, well, you know, I'm not a fan of Doom, you know what I mean, and Left 4 Dead, not really a big fan of that either. I told him that the only ones that I like were Halo and Gears back in the day, right? And that was pretty much the end of that conversation at that point, right? So another person came in. And they replied to one of the other comments, and I was working, so I didn't see the whole thing, but I kind of jumped in the middle of it, and the guy was talking about how God of War was like, basically like everybody was saying, a copy and paste, and how, you know, I think he worded it like it's shame that people were giving it such high scores and all this stuff, right? And then I jumped in, man. I'm like, yo. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? I'm like, God of War. I literally posted everything. Oh, not everything, but most of the stuff that they changed about the game. You know what I mean? The new weapons, the new animations, the new character with Atreus, all of the skill trees, the abilities. You know what I mean? The expanded world that they had, all that shit, right? The revamped RPG mechanics, all of it, all the new enemies, all of the unique boss encounters and stuff. I'm like, dude, this game is not copy and paste. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, right? That's pretty much what I said. And then he was like, yo, he said bullshit, pretty much. He was like, yo, I call BS that. He was like, that shit is, I forgot what he said.
Wait, pause. Because God of War, Doom and Doom Eternal plays very fucking similar. It's a refinement. You know what I'm saying? So if you can accept Doom being a refinement, then you should be able to accept God of War. Likewise with Gears of War.
You know what's funny? I actually said that too.
I have both. I have both of them, and I appreciate, and I've beaten them both, and I appreciate them.
And that's the funny part, man. Because when I said what I said about God of War and all the changes, he was like BS. He was like the game is like a 7 out of 10. He was like, the only reason they got good scores was because people were sucking the game off. Essentially, what he was pretty much
What does
saying,
that
right?
mean? What's that mean? So
That it didn't.
why are they sucking it off?
He didn't go into detail. He
Of
just said
course you
that. He
didn't.
said
Of
the
course.
only. He said. He just said that the only reason why I got really good scores was because it was God of War, pretty much, you know. And then I went on to say, and these were the last two comments
I
before
kind
he
of agree.
unfollowed me, man. And these were the last two comments before he unfollowed me, right? I said, you talk about copy and paste, but then post an image of Left 4 Dead and Doom, right? And I said you could have what you call it. You could have just said that you don't like the game, right? And just call it that. You know what I mean? Because all the other stuff you said about copy and paste and all that, I was like, man, that's just objectively false, right? Is what I said. And the other thing is, it just sounds ridiculous at this point. I was like, even David Jaffe backtracked on his comment about calling it DLC and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. Yeah, I was like, even David Jaffe backtracked on his comments about it being called DLC and all that. And he was like, you know what, man? He was like, you know what, man? I've never seen someone so delusional in my life. He's like, I'm unfollowing you, bro.
Delusional.
That's literally how that conversation went.
I already told you I had somebody on. I already told you somebody unfollowed me because of Beast of Truth. I don't give a fuck, man. Anybody that follows that fucker, yo, I'm following. And then he had a message and shit like that. You know, I really did lose a lot of people. I'm like, well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I said, bro, I'm not with that hive mind shit. You should, you know what I mean? You don't know what my reasoning is for like, well, I only unfollow you because I don't want to see anything from him. I said, if you block him, you won't see anything from him. So that's how that works.
Yo, can I just call your phone man? I gotta go.
You have to go. Oh, leaving the house?
Oh, you know what? Actually, I'll just jump in on PSN because I could. Yeah, never mind. I'll just jump in on PSN. Yeah, I'm about to leave, man.
Yeah. Fucking bitch, yo. What the fuck?
Oh, man, my headphones are charged, bro, you know? I was trying to get to your street, but sometimes the frequency street spots are so spread out. All right.
I really do like. I like it. That's a game that has like it plays a lot like Returnal to me. It just has like very rock. You know what I mean? It's very rock based. Remember when I used to talk to Terry? I was like, you only like that fucking game because like you give it so much high regards because the shit has rock music in it. I was like, how cliche of someone that likes rock music. I said, you really think that you're doing something different, man, by liking rock music. I mean, by being a rocker. So you ain't no different from anybody the fuck else, man. How many rockers, how many metal, death metal, and heavy metal people act like you? You think you're original? I guess that's why we don't talk. Right, he spits so much vitriol. He spits so much vitriol about that shit, yo. He don't want to hear nothing that's like any other genre. I'm like, man. Oh, damn, they give me a lot of money.